have got a special episode of the Offload today. Don't look at the new guest. You've roped in a man who's all over the papers at the minute.
Oh, yes. We are delighted to welcome our great teammate, Simon Zebo. Zebes, how are you, fella?
Great, thank you. Thanks for having me on, lads. Thank you.
Oh, we're delighted. Always to have you involved. Always brighten up the room. You're out and about, though. Am I hearing that you're playing a lot of six-a-side soccer, or are these the rumours doing the rounds in Cork?
Good info, yeah, I am. I'm playing. That's my best effort to keeping fit. Is six-a-side soccer. It's the only thing that can keep me going, really. We play over with my buddies, my childhood mates that I grew up with. We play across the road here at the hurling club on the Astro, and yeah, look, I'm banging in the goals. I'll be honest. They're coming thick and fast.
Are you decent at it? You're like the Messi of the place, are you?
I was handy back in the day when I used to play with Avondale, but that's long time ago now. My knees aren't the same, body's not the same, but it's a good bit of crack anyway. Yeah.
You weren't great at catching the ball back in the rugby days either, to be fair. So yeah, better with the feet.
Thanks a million. Are we going straight in? Are we what? Yeah.
Zebes, don't take shit off that duck.
Yeah. Gonna catch a cold, that fella, anyway.
I love that he come on as well, and he's Zebes. Would you changed it quickly? He come on and it's on your Skype handle or whatever it is. It's King Zebes. Love it.
Yeah, thank you. I had a quick edit there before we went live.
Yeah. See, so we're going to chat about the rugby stuff, but obviously coming away from the game a little bit, you have dipped your toe in the kind of whiskey industry. Tell us, how's that all going for you, fella?
Yeah, really well. While the Lions series was on, we launched in Australia and did a few cool events, and it went really, really well in Oz, and came back to Ireland, got off the ground here, and had a little launch party in Cork for the Cork faithful, and it's gone live now in Ireland, and it started really well. But like very exciting times coming up, and we're going to a few cool different markets, and we'll go over to Chicago now next week and launch stateside while the big match is on, and hopefully get a good result over as well. So it's going well. Yeah.
Tell us more about it. What have you been a whiskey drinker? What got you into that market?
Well, like my dad, funnily enough, was always a whiskey drinker. But yeah, big Arthur Zebo. Yeah, he roped me in from a young age. But yeah, I was always around whiskey and stuff growing up. So it's funny now that I'm able to get involved in, and we have our own brand now called Black Emerald, and it's been a fun, exciting journey to be on. So yeah. It's flying.
Something all players have to look at as life after rugby as well. We can't all just put the feet up. So it's good to have something you're interested in. Obviously, something Dad's got you into as well, and kind of learning that business side of it. Because I saw you over in Australia when we were there with you were over there for quite a while. You took the family and everything else as well. We went to an event on it, right? And it was this sunrise swim, and everybody was down there. I can't remember what it was called now. W Now, a mental health charity down there. Brilliant, a really good initiative to get up and you go for a swim and do some exercise, jump in the sea, have a coffee and chat, and it's really good. Ty Keneally is the big man behind it. But anyway, we had to do these exercises. We just got told to turn up, we didn't know. Like, they went for a big run and they started doing these, like burpees. It was like 15-20 minutes of workout to jump in the sea. So I think Zebes now.
I'm a land animal.
You've been on the Black Emerald the night before, but the one thing that was happening is he wasn't going into the sea.
No chance. I'll burpee all day for you. Keep me out of the water.
I'm a bad swimmer, and plus in Australia we've lashed sharks as well, so there was no chance that was happening.
Oh, we had
no chance. Long live W Now, but yeah, Zeeb's not going in the water.
I'm with you. We had to do. Remember Club La Santa? There was those kind of. We used to go over there for conditioning, and they thought they'd all feed us one day, and we do a conditioning session in the pool. So you had to swim. It was 50-meter pool. You have to swim the 50-meter pool, get out and do 10 burpees, 10 press-ups, and then work the other way down, 10 down to 9 with the lengths and stuff. So I got out at one point, I was puking out my nose, and O'Connell, like Paul O'Connell, the equivalent of Michael Phelps, standing over me going, he's getting way more out of this than me.
I know, but that was the most horrific, because some boys, like, I wasn't I swim to stay afloat, not to go forward.
Yeah.
So, like, when you have to swim these lengths and then get out and do exercises, I mean, I honestly thought I was going to drown in some of those sessions.
Yeah, I had to get we used to do fitness sessions in the pool in UL in Limerick. Do you remember that? Dunners. You joke about you joke about nearly drowning. I actually nearly drowned on multiple occasions.
Did they have to get the lifeguard for you?
Yeah, they did. They were throwing reams in at me. The boys thought it was hilarious. I was fighting for my life. Oh, but yeah, never again. I can't do fitness sessions in water.
Can you imagine? Leave him drowned. It's better crack.
So funny. So funny.
See, just back to Black and Emerald, we all have to make the transition away from it, and it's difficult. And we've seen you've been brilliant on the TV, and we're going to chat all about that. But and we chat about Arthur and the love for it. But it's a long game, isn't it? The whiskey industry, you know what I mean? Like between distilling, all of it. You're in this for the long haul, aren't you, fella?
Yeah. Definitely for the near future. We're going to give it a good whack. And the thing is that, like, I couldn't dip my toe in, on my own and get this amount of work done this fast. But I'm upskilling myself. It's the team we have around us that are veterans, like in the whiskey game, in the hospitality industry, and just the whole wider Black Emerald team are just very, very knowledgeable, I suppose, in the industry. And I'm just like upskilling, learn as much as I can, add what I can, which is, marketing and different things that come with the Black Emerald brand. But so far it's been a class. Like, to leave a team for the majority of my career, like 15 years, or the majority of my life being in a team. But now I find myself lucky enough to be involved with another team, and it's a fun project. It's very exciting. It's all about having fun and selling whiskey along the way. Yeah,
it always is for you.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
It makes it a little bit easier whenever Munster win at the weekend. We have to talk about it. We have to get it.
Listen, Tommy, we're here for you, fella. Let's chat about Ulster's win. Why don't we chat about that, Steve? Yeah. That was a good win, away to the Sharks, man.
Doesn't talk about anything apart from Munster.
No. Don't you join the blue media now with their blinkered glasses.
Listen,
see what I mean?
People are listening because they want to talk to this man, because I've been in Dublin the last couple of days. The amount of Leinster supporters that have come up to me and told me I had to turn it off. I had to put it on mute when Simon Zebo came on. Couldn't listen to him. What did you make? Have you had any feedback from the Leinster crew in particular, as you call them, the Leinster Crybabies, about your commentary of the weekend?
Not the vast majority of Leinster fans are great crack, but there is a small minority that find their way into the inbox with a lot to say. But it's only a bit of crack. I enjoy a few back and forths with them. It's part of the rivalry, and I like to be honest, and like be myself. And obviously I've had a big rivalry with Leinster, being involved with Munster over the years, and that's all it is. It's a bit of crack, and there's a few crybabies along the way, but it's all in good spirits. And I enjoy it. Yeah, it's good fun.
Well, the one thing, like, you're being yourself, and that's
yes.
We cry out for all the time.
100% is.
Like, we think of rugby punditry over the years. It's been shirt and tie, blazer on. It's very stilted, very stuffy in a studio.
Are you having a dig, Bowe, are you?
I mean, if he's not wearing his Disaster Dad t-shirt, I mean, is he something
on sale in all good bookshops now?
It is so true. Like, we're seeing in the UK, Match of the Day, we're seeing TNT, all these other sports are taking on the personality side of it. And you come on and you're being yourself, you're having a bit of crack, having a laugh, building up that sort of banter. But there are people get upset about it. It's quite frustrating.
Yeah. There's always, like, it's since the start of my career, as long as, actually, throughout my childhood as well, there's always going to be people. You cannot please everyone. So I'm fully aware of that. And all those kind of crybabies I was referencing in tongue-in-cheek is, it's a bit of a pinch of salt that you'll be looking at those messages. I take great heed in it. But the majority are probably 15, 16-year-olds giving me guff. But that's, as you said, is like, when I watch TV, I want people to be themselves. I enjoy watching Roy Keane because you get what you see. He's not trying to be anybody different. Like, I could easily put on a suit like Donncha and, you know, pretend I love Leinster. You know, if you want me to say, oh, Leinster, fantastic, and, you know, if they do something well in the game like they did last weekend, I'd be the first to reference it, like saying, or G. Snyman started really well, or Sam does something class that I like, you know. I'm not shy of giving them compliments, but yeah, a little bit of friendly banter, I'm all for it. So yeah, can't please them all, boy.
Zebes, we chat about the career, obviously, as we go along. But one thing, Tommy touched on it there, you're always yourself, man. And I think it's an unbelievable trait, especially to younger people seeing. You don't have to follow the norms, the stereotypes. And I remember when you came into the squad quite young for the first time, I was on that senior players kind of committee, and you came up a few times because it was like, how are we going to kind of like be a little bit tougher to kind of get him to kind of fall in line? And then we honestly, after about, Tommy, I'm telling you, one of the things that came up was, will someone have a word with him about the amount he's smiling? Like, imagine that. Imagine going into any HR department in any business and saying, we've a new young player and he's smiling too much. He's too happy. And basically, see, what we learned, man, was exactly that. You've been the exact same the whole way throughout. And do you know what? Fuck the haters. Like, keep going, boy. It's beautiful to see it. We love it. I'm sorry that people get offended, but I don't think if you're a journalist there, you would have got that line out of someone like Shane Daly. Shane Daly opened up to you about the fact that they were disappointed they were down numbers in the Irish squad. And he opened up a little bit because you'd earned the right. You know what I mean? And I just think it's great to see. I do think it annoys me. I slag with Tommy about the blue media, but the only proper assessment I found of the Leinster performance, of the weekend, was critiques of you. It was Philip Reid in the Irish Times having a bit of a pop. Now, Tommy, we went through it. It's more clickbaity than anything. The
headline is.
The headline is very.
He felt that he thrived off your enthusiasm, and that is a big thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he was kind of talking about a time of old where Ryle Nugent is this wonderful voice who's been, you know, this man who's been part of Irish commentary for so long. And the structure almost people expect. But this is the way the sport is evolving. And listen, it's the one thing I've learned since going into Ireland. If you're being beamed into people's living rooms and kitchens, they want to be entertained. Entertainment is what it's all about nowadays. We don't want to be lectured to anymore. And I think there's one thing that you do better than anyone, Zebes, man. You're a great entertainer.
Here.
Thank you so much. Unbelievable words. Thank you.
And we know they were tough because they were. Man. Yeah. All the blue rats are being tough, but it's small things. As a fellow teammate, man, your tribute to Axel as well, that sense of knowing what we're about as well. Good on you, Zebes. You know, keep going. And I must say, Tommy, this just for us, it did piss me off. I've listened to Luke Fitz. Going on about how Munster celebrated. Zebes, you were there. No one celebrated. You know what I mean? Everyone got off. Of course they didn't.
Well, they deserved to celebrate.
They didn't, man. They didn't. You brought a bit of energy around those lads. They conducted the interviews with their friend like they did, but there was no one going around like we've seen out of the Leinster teams over the last few years and Thomond Park when they win, doing laps of honour to no Leinster supporters.
Yeah. So right with their
but my point is, it's easy to stick the nose in and have a pop out Munster yet again, but we never heighten up the good things that were done both by Zebes and the players yet again. I just find it with the blue media, genuinely, they don't want to critique the performance. They don't want to
critique up here.
No, I know I'm among friends and I can chat, but genuinely, what have you read about Leinster's attack this week? Nothing. And it was appalling. Genuinely, it was absolutely awful. But Leo will get all the shit. Leo will get everyone pointing the finger at him, but no one's chatting about Tyler Blendell. You know what I mean? And their attack being absolutely awful.
To be fair, there has, Donncha. There has been.
There hasn't.
Articles written about. There has about.
No, hold on, Tommy. No. I know. Hold on. You're chanting out through your ass. There hasn't been.
There has, and actually,
go on. Quote one.
Quote one. Well, I was reading Darce's article actually today, and he was talking
What?
about Sam Prendergast, and he was talking about the attack. But he said the one thing is he's got lots of things right, but some things that he got wrong, and something he's going to have to get used to is teams up in his face. And actually, what you're seeing, I think, from a lot of the articles I've read, have actually been praising Munster's defence as opposed to having a go at Leinster's attack. There's actually huge kudos on the want of the Munster team, and the will, and it showed actually that in a game now is so complex, teams who want it more and who have that hunger can still get on top, despite playing against the amount of Lions that were in that Leinster team. So I actually think there has been.
I find it disrespectful. I find it disrespectful to be praiseful. Tom, you're laughing, but I'm being deadly serious, man. One out runners around the corner. If you're going to praise defence for barring up against that, you're like, genuinely, there was no evasion, there was no skill level. If you look at Munster's try, Farrell's try, that's when you applaud your coaches. You go in and say, you set us up right. Leinster, what did they score off? A maul. You know what I mean? They have 21 players in the Irish setup. They have so many lines, man. And nobody is talking about that they are in third gear constantly. Those players aren't being stimulated. It's fine for the coaches to come back and say they lost the battle for want and grit, but did you set them up right? Did you give them plays good enough to absolutely carve up this Munster team? They just gave them a crowbar and said, go batter them. And that's not enough. It's not enough anymore. And sorry.
What do you think? Oh, have we lost him?
We have lost him, and I don't want to talk to you. Stirring it for no reason, making a show of us in front of Zebes.
Listen, you were talking about Jack Crowley just in the backfield and the kicking.
Yeah, so I was just saying that Jack, Mike Prendergast did a great job in, showing spaces, I think, and, giving Jack prompts on the pictures that he was going to see in the backfield. And he was able to just find so much grass on multiple occasions, left foot, right foot. And yeah, they just seemed to be off it. But a lot of credit has to go to the Munster attack. They were getting better even again. Their handling from round 1 to round 4 has been, excellent. Yeah. But the different spaces and how they're executing has been top class now. Yeah.
Can I ask you both? You're obviously both very close to the Munster squad. Clayton McMillan coming in. Have you been chatting to the boys, say Zebes, about Clayton, the impact that he's had? Because, the want of that Munster team is not something you've seen in the last couple of years. And whatever he's doing, whether it's Prendy or whoever behind the scenes, they look like they're really stirring and going to be a team to be reckoned with this season.
Yeah, geez, yeah. From the lads' perspective, they seem to really, really like Clayton. He's very big on culture in the club, and he's tapped into that a lot. And he has really, really high standards across the board, training, matches, and selections, not just on reputation, it's about on form and guys who deserve it. And I think we saw that in the Leinster game, the likes of Dogbo and Gleeson and Dan Kelly. There is plenty of lads giving the nod, and rightly so. He's freshened things up. He's improved the culture, and yeah, he's had a big impact so far. 4 from 4, baby.
Yeah, he's been flying. He seems a good fit, and exactly, you would have to say good work by Munster and the RFU to make sure you have someone like that, isn't it? So
yeah, for sure. And yeah, he seems to be working really well with the guys who are already there, like Leams and Mike Prendergast. So it's been a great addition.
One big area, a point of difference to me, I'll be honest with you, I view it a little bit different there than probably the 2E. 100% Munster deserved the bouquets for a great performance. I do think it was an under firing by Leinster, but Munster are now really well conditioned, and it's the first time I've probably seen it in a while. They look fit, and I don't want to hear it anymore about the tough preseason and that they find a way and that they run up hills. You know what I mean? Everyone works hard in the preseason, but they're now doing it at the constant level that's required to make things easy. Like we always say, fatigue makes cowards of us all, and that Munster team have the answer through their fitness levels. For me, I do think they need a little bit of support in terms of boosting the squad a little bit when we pick up an awful lot of injuries. But I think Saturday showed that Munster squad's worked back in a little bit more than it's getting at the moment. So I would love to see Clayton being told, do you know what? Go add to it. How can we make it better?
Listen, and a huge win, statement win so early in the season as well from Ulster. Fair play to them. Like, gonna be hard to listen to if you feckers keep on winning, right?
Yeah, are we going to leave it? Are we going to leave the Leinster attack? That's the end of it.
Can we please leave it?
There's no assessment of that Leinster attack.
Well, there's no point because they're all going to Chicago to play against New Zealand in a few weeks anyway.
But hold on, can I just on that point? Andy Farrell will get a beat out of him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And that must be a frustration
with the Ireland squad.
I know that, but that must be a frustration if you're a Leinster fan paying a fortune to go to Croke Park.
It's their first game. Listen, come back.
It was Mike Byrne's first game.
Season. Yeah, come back from halfway through the season. Leinster are going through a bit of a spot at the minute.
No,
they'll sort this out.
It's Tommy.
Season for a lot of them.
Tommy, wrongly, I made the comparison with Leinster with the Children's Hospital. You know what I mean? But I think we'd all agree in time the Children's Hospital will be worthwhile on the overspend and the delays. That was money well spent. Leinster Rugby is the equivalent to the bike shed in the Leinster house. You know what I mean? In time, all of us will just go, it was just a bike shed. It has never been fucking easier to win Europe. Like, you can get into the last round of 16 on losing bonus points. No one
can't win it.
Yeah, but
winning it is not easy. Getting to the knockout stages,
100%. But with this squad,
could have done it back in the day.
I'm just saying there's a massive freebie going on here again, and I know what's going to happen. It's going to come down on Leo in time, but right now everyone should be pointing the finger at Tyler Blendell because their attack is too poor. It's too poor for the horses he has in his stable to put that out on Saturday. And the players will take it on the chin. The players will have to kind of go over there. We didn't show up and our want wasn't great. They weren't set up right, man, and that lies with the coaches.
Well, one thing you do have to say for Munster is actually they do have a lot of injuries, and there were a lot of players who were brought in and played exceptionally well. And even like the likes of Tom Farrell and stuff. My God, it's great to see the wing Chicago as well. Unbelievable.
Oh, sorry. Nankivell on the wing and John Ryan. Nankivell on the wing and John Ryan playing at 7, and they couldn't expose it.
Enough about that. There we go. Right.
You know, genuinely.
Listen, Stuart Lancaster's gone to Connacht. They've only one win out of 3. Donncha losing to the Bulls at home, a point. Heartbreaking for them, but again, with 5 players picked from that squad for the Irish team as well, obviously Mac Hansen missing out now through injury, scored the 4 tries, but to not get over for the win's a big deal.
Yeah, and look, it was a difficult conversion to knock it over as well, and having to take it twice, lads, you know what I mean, the shades of that New Zealand game a little bit with... But we know it. Trying to kick there, I'd say, it's a nightmare. Trying to run in that pitch is hard enough, you know what I mean? Whatever trying to kick a ball.
I'd say he'll go well, though. Lancaster will go well up in Connacht. I think they'll climb up the ladder there now in a couple of weeks. So it's Ulster everywhere. No, I'm only joking. Yeah, they're gonna get better. Watch out for them.
Just one for Bowe as finishers. We're seeing it an awful lot. The kind of late slide and dive. Now we've lost Mac Hansen because of it. I can understand everyone tries to get under the ball, but do we need to do a little bit more on that? This kind of... Yeah, it looks like all the time people are nearly sliding in with their knees to try. I know they're trying to get under the ball, but it's leading to an awful injury rate.
Explain this for people who maybe haven't seen it.
So as the try scorer is about to try to score the try, we see players coming across, and we saw it an awful lot in the Connacht game, and just wiping them out. You know what I mean? Of course, you're disappointed when someone goes over the line, but I think we need to get way more stricter on the try scorer being protected a bit more.
Well, we saw Mac Hansen get injured by it. We saw Cormac Izachuku as well. He got injured in the process of scoring a try as well. But again, for the defenders, because the TMOs, the referees going up to TMO to check whether it's been grounded, whether it's been held up, any way that they can disallow a try, they are going for it. So if you're a defender, you're trying to slide in with the knees, trying to slide with your arms in to try and get under the ball, because any way you can cover it up so that the referee or the TMO can't see it, then you're going to be given the benefit of the doubt. Personally, I would love the try to be given the benefit of the doubt, as opposed to, is there any way I cannot give this try? It's like, that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
The try score should be given the benefit of the doubt that the try is scored unless you can prove otherwise. Because people want to see tries, Zeebs. People want to see high-scoring games. We want to see tries chalked off because there was this little bit of doubt about whether it was a millimetre off the grass or not.
Yeah, I'd be with you, Tommy, for sure. Anytime the ref speaks, it should be try first and show me otherwise. That language would change, outcomes and scores, and significantly the viewer would be more happy. And I'm all for it. With regards to the flying in with the knees, I think it can be dirty enough tactic. There's plenty lads who go out with bad intentions doing that, and it's unless you've lived it. Me and Tommy definitely have scoring tries. Stunners, you've never lived it. We'll take this one. But yeah, I think if you make a valid attempt, go in as hard as you want, fly in, but you have to be like with arms, going in to hold up the ball, and worst case it has to be a tackle. You can't be going in like chicken winging fellas, or going in sliding with your knees. There's going to be head contact. It's either they could put rules around it that if you're going in knee first, yellow card.
Have you scored a try, Donncha?
Do you know what? I got one, I think. I've won for Ireland on 94 caps, and I scored it with my arse. Yeah, no, it wasn't. The strings hit me down the reverse side. I didn't even know I had the ball myself.
You did the knee.
No way.
Yeah, there's no way you went arms first.
I've scored from 50 metres, lads. I've scored from 50 metres.
You did.
See, I remember. Yeah, I do remember one though when I passed Rog to become the most capped Munster player. And I was outside you, and honestly, it was simple hands to the corner, and I just honestly needed to dot it down. You looked outside, stepped in, ran through 6 players, and scored the most amazing try I've ever seen under the post. But I remember I went in to celebrate with him, Tommy. I gave him a high five, and I was there, catch pass there, and you could have given them what they want. You know what I mean? The way I become, and he was there. I did. I gave him what they want.
The great entertainer.
Sorry. And he did. All my nephews are coming up to me going, "Just see Zebo's try."
Oh, brilliant.
That's what he did.
Good memory.
Actually, while we're talking about it, the Zebo signature move, obviously with your fingers, was that something you were doing in school as well, or what made you pull it out?
Funny, actually, before I go, my kids are now doing this up with my younger son is doing it with Cork Cotton. Yeah, so the Z is alive and well. But you know what? It was Maffey who showed me the celebration, and we were playing a match against Ulster, I think, Munster Ulster A up in Nina, and there was less than 100 people there, and there was a 5-meter maul for Munster, and we set up the maul, and I come into the back of it, steal the ball off someone and got it down, and Max came over, so he's throwing up the Z. He was coming back from injury, like he was a big star, but he started doing the Z, and that's where it was born. So a 5-meter maul
in Nina.
Yeah, in Nina of all places.
Well, listen, it served you well. I love the kids as well. Donncha, are you not coaching Zeebs' kids?
Yes, I am. Thank God. Yeah. No, not at all. It's a joy. It really is. I think, you know what I mean? Their want and love for the game is great, and you can see they watch loads of it. It's nuts how you see. And I say to you all the time, Zeebs, if you only defended like Sophia, you know what I mean, you would be renowned as one of the greatest players to ever put on boots. She is quite incredible. She really is. And look, I know
she took home Tackler of the Week last week, and every time I walk past the trophy in the kitchen, she's like, "Dad, you never got that." Oh,
brilliant.
Yeah, so good. Right, well, finally, we've done Connacht, we've done the other two. We're not mentioning Munster again, my God, our Leinster. Ulster are off to a great start as well. 3-3, big win away from home against the Sharks. Like, to be fair, I actually am delighted. I think Ulster, it's going to be a long season for them. Strength and depth is going to be an issue, but if they can keep their main players on the pitch for as long as they can, I think there'll be a game for anyone. That win against the star-studded team over in South Africa was
Werner Cock. Werner Cock was on fire, the man. Play to him. That was a great result. There's been plenty of times over the years where Ulster would have folded going down and, wouldn't have it in them to come back. But yeah, it looks like Richie's got a hold of them. They've got a great start to the season now, and they just need to keep building on it. Ulster's biggest issue is injuries and bodies on the deck and consistency then as a result. They're too up and down the whole time. But yeah, fingers crossed they go well this season.
They were lucky to get Michael Lowry back, lads. He was tombstoned about 12 times. Did you see it? They were just ragdolling him.
To be fair, I felt for Vincent Koch, who got the yellow card for, Lowry's must be 50 kilograms dripping.
That was it. You know what I mean? It was like genuinely he didn't know how light he was. It was like he went down quicker than even he wanted.
Well, it's kind of when you pass, he's already off balance. Do you know what I mean? And then he picked him up. So it's like picking up a balloon, but then you're trying not to drop him and to get yellow carded for that. I mean, jeez, I did.
Everybody gets yellow cards. He's great. You put him in the team sheet and somebody's going to get a yellow card. He's the victim of high tackles all the time. You feel sorry for the boy.
Just on it there, Stockdale at 15, what did you make of that? Is that an option for Ireland, do you feel? Obviously you go Keenan out, but did he kind of throw his hand up there for you? No, for Steve, by that face.
No, not for fullback.
Or else he just parked in the car.
Yeah, I wouldn't as fullback. For Ulster, yes, I think he can be a weapon there for sure. Obviously, great athletic ability. It's just the finer details around backfield cover and the role of 15 specifically. He'd need to play a lot more regularly there to have a shout at being.
I think he deserves a go on the left wing. I think that James Lowe obviously is tried and tested with Andy Farrell. Obviously, Mac Hansen is out injured at the minute, so who's going to go on the right wing? You would have to think that Farrell will put Lowe on the left, but I do think that Jacob deserves. He is playing some brilliant rugby. He's a talisman for Ulster at the minute. And he's on form, man, and he's full of confidence. And yes, he does make the odd mistake. But listen, you and me, Zeebs, we both know, listen, if the class is good enough for the rest of your game, you can cover up for those mistakes. It's just not make those mistakes at key areas. So I'd love to see him get a run on the left wing over the next couple of matches for Ireland. I think he absolutely deserves it.
Yeah, there's a lot of lads who deserve shots now because lads haven't been performing in these big games for a while, so you'd like to see fellas like Jacob, who's been in a good run of form now for a year or two, to get a shot. Yeah, he still has plenty to offer, you'd imagine.
Okay, listen, right, we're going to park there, Zeebs, because we're going to go into the dressing room now for some of our subscribers who've been so good to us to subscribe to the dressing room, to get a behind the scenes glimpse on other stuff that we're discussing as well. Jeez, God knows what Donncha's going to have for that one.
I know what I want to chat about. I want to chat about the relationship with Joe Schmidt in the dressing room, if you don't mind, Zeebs. So,
right, we're going to park it here for the minute. Thank you so much to everybody for listening on the offload, and we're going to move across to the dressing room now, out on Tuesday. Donncha.
Yeah, I just want to thank Simon for everyone that's listening on Friday. Keep being you. You're an incredible fella to be around. You always brighten up a room. And Zeebs, we know he's here as a rugby player, but I'm judging you, man, and seeing you constantly as a dad. You're an incredible dad, man. You just, the manners of your kids, how respectful they are, everything that you'd like to do as a good dad, man. You're quite incredible. I know an awful lot of that comes down to Elvira, but whatever about what you do in your boots, man, what you do off it is quite incredible, how you make people feel. So keep shining, boy. We love you.
I love you too. That's so nice to hear. Thank you so much, brother. Right back at you as well. And love you too, Tommy.
Thanks, guys. Right. Thank you, everybody, for listening.